If you enjoy unusual aircraft, bold projects, and machines that seem to come straight out of science fiction, subscribe to our channel. Here you'll discover incredible stories from aviation history. Today, we'll explore the enigmatic and eccentric Soviet creation known as the Bartini Beriev VVA-14. In aviation history, some aircraft were born to fulfill practical missions, while others became symbols of boldness and experimentation. Among them, few are as strange and fascinating as the Bartini Beriev VVA-14, a Soviet airplane designed in the 1970s with a concept as futuristic as it was unusual. To take off from water, fly like a conventional airplane, and even skim the sea surface like an ekranoplan, the VVA-14 was the brainchild of engineer Roberto Ludovico Bartini, an Italo-Soviet visionary known for daring projects that often pushed the limits of contemporary technology. Bartini believed that the Soviet Union needed a multifunctional aircraft to counter a growing threat: American nuclear submarines, which patrol the Arctic armed with ballistic missiles. To confront this menace, he envisioned an aircraft capable of rapidly responding across vast, difficult-to-patrol oceanic regions. The concept was ambitious. The VVA-14 had to be able to take off from land or water without conventional runways, fly like a jet-powered airplane, use ground effect to glide like an ekranoplan, and land safely on the sea again. At first glance, the aircraft was already striking for its unconventional design. Its broad, rounded fuselage resembled a flying submarine, with short wings and inflatable pontoons that could be deployed during aquatic operations. On top, two large vertical stabilizers reinforced its futuristic silhouette. It was hard to classify. Was it an airplane, a boat, or an experimental spacecraft? The VVA-14 was built by Beriev, a company famous for amphibious aircraft, but Bartini's creative influence gave the project a unique personality. Initially powered by two Soloviev D-30M turbojet engines, it also had space for several small lift jets intended to provide additional thrust during ekranoplan mode flight. The idea was to create a hybrid vehicle capable of adapting to multiple scenarios. Its maiden flight took place in 1972 from a base near the Caspian Sea. In the air, it demonstrated good stability, though limited performance. The greatest challenge lay in realizing its ekranoplan function. The lift engines required for that mode were never fully installed, and the project suffered from constant delays. Even so, test flights showed that the VVA-14 had potential to fly at low altitude above water, taking advantage of the ground effect, where air pressure trapped between the wings and the surface generated additional lift. Despite its flaws and limitations, the aircraft impressed with its versatility. It could take off from water with little effort, land in moderately rough seas, and fly fast enough to conduct long-range maritime patrol missions. Its cabin was spacious, equipped for extended operations, and large enough to host radar operators and weapon systems. Unfortunately, Bartini's vision never fully materialized. The engineer died in 1974, leaving the project without its guiding mind. Without his leadership and enthusiasm, the VVA-14 gradually lost momentum. Technical problems with the auxiliary lift engines and difficulties integrating its complex systems turned the prototype into more of a technological curiosity than a strategic weapon. Only 3 units were built, and just one ever underwent more advanced testing. Even without entering mass production, the VVA-14 left a deep mark on the Soviet aviation imagination. Its strange shape and bold purpose made it a symbol of an era in which the technological race between superpowers encouraged ideas that bordered on the impossible. While the Americans invested in stealth bombers and quieter submarines, the Soviets experimented with improbable hybrids like this flying boat submarine. Today, only one surviving example exists, preserved at the Aviation Museum in Menino, Russia, weathered and stripped of its original engines. It looks more like a relic from a science fiction film than a real machine, yet it still draws the attention of visitors, engineers, and aviation enthusiasts alike, all fascinated by what might have been. The VVA-14 represents more than just a failed project. It reflects a mindset of visionary engineers who, when faced with nearly impossible challenges, dared to propose solutions that defied convention. It was an attempt to reinvent aviation by combining the traits of airplanes, ships, and ekranoplans into a single vehicle. Although it never fulfilled its mission of hunting submarines in the Arctic, the VVA-14 remains one of the strangest and most intriguing aircraft ever built. It is a reminder that in the quest for technological superiority, human creativity can produce machines that seem to belong to another world. In the end, the Bartini Beriev VVA-14 did not win wars, but earned a place in history as a symbol of boundless experimentation. It proves that even the most eccentric projects can leave a lasting legacy, inspiring future generations to dream of the impossible.